Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Wow, guys, things are happening. We were busy talking about something that happened between Macron and the Kenyan youths.
Mr. President, a new generation that is not hampered by the burdens of nostalgia. We are ready to look at Africa-France relations with fresh eyes, with optimism and with confidence. To paraphrase Nelson Mandela, our choices must reflect our hopes and not our fears. We're not afraid to take our responsibility. You must find the courage to take yours, because France cannot remain trapped in an outdated vision of the African continent. We have come to propose solutions and to dialogue with you because we have a different, a more admirable future to propose. Not necessarily because we are going to be comfortable about what will change, but because at this point, it is the only thing that makes sense. Before we present this vision to you, Mr. President, there are some profound truths that need to be told in order to clear the air.
Another one just happened in this in France. Are you getting it now? In fact, you'll be watching this particular video. Something is really turning around in Africa. And let me tell you something. Every nation has the youths as their future. Something new is just coming up. And you think it is ordinary. It started from Nigeria, you understand? And let me tell you something. Anything that God really begins from Nigeria, it turns around everything. It started since 2020. And since that 2020, new things have been happening in Africa. And man, the youths are really coming up. And we just thank God for all these things that are happening. But that should tell you something. Do you know that the whole world is in a rush? The whole world is in a rush. Early in the morning, you just want to rush and go and meet up with something and you think it is ordinary. No, it started from the spiritual. Yes, anything that started from the spiritual will actually activate something in the physical, because you cannot get it if you did not actually receive it in the spiritual. Yes, you can't get it in the physical. But before we begin to watch all these videos that are actually going on, I would like you to remember us. Give us a like or a love or something like a hug, and the other one a wow. You understand? If you have not followed us on this particular page, please follow us on this page. And I can see you are touching the follow button. Why now? Touch the follow button. Thank you so much for touching the follow button. And another one, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we believe that we'll be actually supplying you with things that will lift up your spirit from time to time. The videos that we do post here is not because we just want to post videos of the happenings that are going around the world, but the main thing is that just to tell you about the time in which we have found ourselves and to remind you about the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. Yes, if you're not born again, be born again. We're not talking about religion here, but in fact, before we open the shell in another video you're going to be watching, not this one, I just want you to watch this particular one. Let's go there.
I'm really honored and happy to be here today. Because I think it is no secret that the current relationship between Africa and France is complicated. And in order for us to build a relationship that addresses issues that affect not only Africa, not only France, but the globe, then it's important for us to interrogate this very complicated relationship and ask ourselves three things. One, what is not efficient? Two, what is not ethical? Three, where do we see integrity gaps? And to be able to do these three things, we're going to have to be brutally honest. The history of colonization is understandably very important. For Africa, it's a path that is as painful as it is destructive. And the effects of colonization can still be felt to date. And I'm not just saying economically, but even on an interpersonal level. We, as Africans, feel the pain of colonization every single day. Lack of a clear and strong acknowledgement of the continent's pain on this destructive past results in skepticism. And the absence of actions that will further push the acknowledgement is also a major issue in the current France and Africa relationship. In fact, the air of denial that France chooses to sit in is uncomfortable, not only for Africa, but also for France. And it does no good for either one of us. How can you trust the source of your pain when the source doesn't acknowledge it?
Je peux pas taper sur la porte. Vous ne pouvez pas. Vous ne faites pas. Ils sont là-bas, ils sont là-bas.
Sortez! 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 Vous faites quoi? 40 ans de quoi? Vous faites quoi ici? Sortez! 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 William! Sortez!
Voilà.
Sortez! 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 Le RDPC ne fait rien en diaspora!
Vous pouvez faire votre fête.
Venez! 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 Venez!
Voilà.
Venez! Venez! Zéro fait du RDPC en diaspora! Zéro fait du RDPC en diaspora! 40 ans de quoi? 40 ans de quoi? Villageois du quoi? Donne-moi les œufs! Donne les œufs! Donne-nous les œufs! Les œufs! Les œufs! Zéro fête! Zéro fête! 40 ans! 40 ans de meurtre! 40 ans de massacre! On ne fête, vous ne fêtez rien! Les œufs! Les œufs, les gars, les œufs! Les œufs! La farine, les œufs! Hein? Ok. C'est un paquet seulement. Ok, c'est bon. Le sang là fait le travail dedans. On a versé 4 litres de sang dedans. Le sang a fait le boulot. Allons! Allons! Zéro fête! 40 ans de billard! 40 ans de meurtre! 40 ans de meurtre! 40 ans de meurtre! 40 ans! 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 40 ans de meurtre! 40 ans de meurtre! Bia! Bia fait 40 ans! Tente de lancer ta maman!
Tu blesses quelqu'un de pas loin.
Tente! Yeah! 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 Massacrez-le! Massacrez! Pas d'anniversaire de Paul Biya. 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 Pas d'anniversaire. Allons les gars. Mission accomplie. Mission accomplie. Mission accomplie. Mission accomplie. Le RDPC ne fête pas. Mission accomplie.
On se regroupe.
La même dictature vous faites là-bas au nord, on fait ça ici.
Le RDPC ne fête pas. C'est de ça qu'il est question. Ils sont là-bas. Là, ils sont par là. Ils sont par là. Le RDPC est en train de fuir. Nous avons mis le RDPC en déroute. Le RDPC est en train de fuir. Vous fuyez quoi?